Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Blade Warband Viking Conquest. We are in a little bit of a tough position, as we are currently at war with 4 different factions at the same time. We're at war with Aelich, the King of Ulniel up here. We're at war with the Ulade. We're at war with the Kingdom of Lathland. And we're at war with the resurgent Kingdom of Wessex, who, having been beaten down here so badly by Cornwall or Cornubia and the East Angle and the Welsh, have decided to research their faction inside my lands, which is just wonderful. So a lot of our previous lords have actually gone back to their original faction, the Kingdom of Wessex. So we need to take care of them back before they cause any more issues for us. I think we've had to take Dunderverti for ourselves, because otherwise nothing's gonna happen. Like, we're not gonna be able to function really. I want to start a new campaign if I can, but I think something quite special has happened inside Dunderverti. If we actually go to the Lord's Hall, we speak to not Ethelslith. Who are you? Who are you? I want to know that we have the honour of knowing more about you, my lady. You're wife to Heribert, whoever Heribert is. Brunhild, hello. I have a lot of things to do with you. Emissaries to various factions. Nathan, don't want to enter a truce. We'll send Solvig. I will maybe try to do that idea at a later point, but I don't think I've got the relations to actually work with them to fix that. But I want to send an emissary to maybe to the Moomain if I can get a. Well, no, we're not at war with the Moomain. So who are we at war with? Let me leave for a second. I need to catch up on who we're at war with, who we're not at war with. Well, apparently, okay, so Ulade, Wessex, Lathland, Aelich. Those are the people we need to make a peace with as soon as possible, really. Let's go back to Brunhild, Emissary, the Ulade. We want to. I don't know if we want to enter into a truce with the Ulade, but whoever we can get a truce with would be good. I'm not going to make a peace with Wessex because we need to defeat Wessex early on before they become resurgent. But if we speak to our wife here, I've had a child. Oh dear, we have been given a boy. I'm going very well. I'm so happy. How are my offspring? Your offspring grows healthy and strong. We have no problems. We've had one boy. Where can I find the child? Or is this child just non-existent? Who are you, Elsworth? Cool, well, we've had a child. What are you doing? What are you and your men doing? Okay, I'm not very popular as a marshal, that's for sure. I have a new task for you. Follow me. We need to run past Dunbarton to try fix our morale issues. Oh, there's a Welsh lord who's potentially come and joined us, which is good. Let's go to the Mead Hall. There is a happy widow here, thank goodness. Just because having the extra men is going to be having that little bit of extra morale is going to be very important indeed. We do have extra. Oh, hang on. I think the child. We had a child and it gave our party 55 morale. How about that? We're going to go take care of Jed because we need to make sure that a resurgent Wessex doesn't cause us any problems. Bodo is accompanying us. We'll need to get some of the other lords to accompany us as well if we're going to stand a chance of doing this correctly. Yarkeo is making the works around. He used to be one of our companions, but never mind. He clearly didn't want to stay. We'll head via Kulanam. I think that's where a lot of them are hanging out. That's where some of them are hanging out, but not enough of them. Don Chad's been taken prisoner. Of course he has. You need to come with me, because you actually have men for an extended siege. I've new task you, follow me. You already don't like me, even though I've given you some land already. But, you know, what can we do? We can't please everyone, that's for sure. I need you to follow me as well. Hello, cucumbers. How are you today? You two can come with me. I'm going to hopefully deal with Wessex before they become a much more big problem. It's good to hear you're doing well. I'm doing okay, thank you. Always a little bit under the weather, but nothing I can't handle. A bit anxious, so happy to capture the stream. No problem. Make yourself home. I'm always here. I'm not always here, but I'm here. I always try to be here. Let's let some of our other lords catch up with us. And we'll let us... Is it really quiet for some reason? I might just be speaking quietly. I don't know. Let me have a quick look. Maybe I'm just speaking quiet? I don't know. Is it quite a few whiskers? Well, we can take this castle back off Wessex, so we will do so. It does mean that Wolfhere is now no longer particularly friendly with us, but I want to take this place back so I don't have any issues with Wessex in future, I hope. I'm actually going to... I'd love to take some of these Vikings, because they're pretty good soldiers. So we'll let some of these Saxon freeholders go in order to take some of these better soldiers. Yeah, we'll get rid of these priests. No one needs the priests. Is the volume situation fixed, or is it still really quiet for you? Because I haven't changed anything in my setup at all, so nothing should have changed. But if it's a real problem, I'll keep working on it to try to fix it. Okay, who needs fiefs? Ethelmod needs a fief. And you need a fief. Quellin? I want to defer the appointment. There we go. Whoa, a whole bunch of red text. But hopefully that means that... Yeah, we'll go after Wolfhere straight away, just to ensure that Wessex is defeated once and for all. Well, surrender or die. Here we go. And this will also give us a bunch of morale, so I'm not all too sad, especially as Wolfhere actually decided to abandon us and go to a different faction. I'm happy to kind of kill him once and for all, potentially. I think after that we might even renounce the marshalship and go with someone else, purely so that they might follow them into battle, so we might have a better chance of actually taking some land. But normally the AI marshals really gonna mess it up, so I don't entirely know what the best option there is. But yeah, we're gonna have to just kind of plan that out, really. I do hope everything's okay with the volume. I'm sorry if that's been causing problems. Let's make sure the spearmen are in the right place, because as always they don't seem to want to follow my orders, but hey ho, what can you do? Are they going to charge us? Okay, we're going to have to charge them, that's fine, everyone follow me. We'll not necessarily charge them, but we'll at least get to this hill over here, and at least stand a better chance of baiting them into attacking. At least I think that's the best plan at the moment. We'll set up on this hill here. In fact, we can probably set up on probably even set up on this hill here. Well, that might be a little bit too close, but we'll have to see. At least this way we'll get the fight started, that's for sure. So infantry here, spearmen here, archers and skirmishers on this tiny little mound. Hopefully it's going to be enough. It probably isn't, but I think we'll do that. At least the archers can start firing pretty much straight away as soon as they get in position. And should hopefully bait them into attacking. Although really we want to get our infantry and spearmen into position before they decide to charge. That'd be good. We're going to spread our archers out a bit, purely to ensure that any infantry and spearmen trying to get through actually make it. Cavalry, sit on the hills, not much you can do. There's only one of you anyway. We've got a pretty decent army here. We've got the troop advantage, so we should be more than okay. But I want to ensure that a resurgent Wessex never comes back to my lands again. That's important to me. Infantry forward, and I'll also move my spearmen forward 10 paces as well. They need to move forward a little bit more. There we go, now they're part of the kind of big old shield wall. As soon as the fight begins, we should have a nice advantage. Okay, I'll just get my archers to move forward slightly, because they do have the hill here. So it would be nice if we were able to bait them into attacking to come off the hill, as it were. We might have managed it, especially if we kill this chap here. No. Okay, we killed someone. Here we go. They're charging in now. Excellent. We'll try to do a little bit of... Oh, horse is so slow. I think it might be a pony, to be honest. And it might be crippled by years of war. And horses are expensive, so we don't really want to be getting another one just yet. Everyone can charge now. We've got a big old line of soldiers here, so we should be okay. We shouldn't have too much trouble, that's for sure. Gentlemen, I require your surrender or your death. One of the two. I know we used to fight alongside you, but your lord decided to go and be a traitor. And so by relation, you are now all traitors as well. Even though you literally probably had no say in who you were fighting. But, oh well. Casualties of war. It's not my fault your lord decided to go and turn back to his old masters. I don't take kindly to traitors. Everyone loves a traitor, but not what they stand for. Oh, there goes the... Oh, the horse fell down. Okay, well, we probably do need to get ourselves a new horse then. We'll charge the archer line. Imagine we're not going to be the only ones, but we'll need to buy ourselves a new horse or steal one off one of our companions. I think we do actually have enough money to buy a new horse, but they're so expensive and they die so often because they just have no armour whatsoever. Okay, you're dealt with. So we can use some of our throwing weapons as they're running backwards. So they're going to start running here in a second. Deal with you, deal with you. Okay, they are now running. Excellent. Can we get a throwing weapon in your back? Yes, we can. Wonderful. Oh, we got the last kill of the battle. How about that? But we lost our horse in the process. That's okay, we can get ourselves a new one. Wolfie managed to escape. That's fine. I just want to ensure that Wessex don't come back and retake these lands while I'm trying to sort out who they should belong to. That's really the main thing. Okay, let's grab them. And we will grab all the loot, of course, to sell as well. And we did get some battle trophies, which is nice. So we also got an epic trophy. That will sell, I think, for about 2,000 pennies from memory. And Kerajed is taken back. And technically, Wessex no longer has any land anywhere. Ah, they hold Escancester. They hold land down here. But hopefully Cornwall will take care of that. Because I'm not going all the way down there to deal with that. So actually, I at this point probably want to make peace with Wessex. I have no reason to... I have no reason for them to stay here. I have a new task for you. Go to Quilnam. And I want the other guy to go to I want Bodo to go to Kerajed. Kerajed, there we go. Oh, there's another lord joining us in... Is Quilnam... Okay, Quilnam has been besieged. Excellent. Apparently, although I don't know where the lord has gone. Hello. You kind of like me, but you're still not very happy with me. Apparently, someone was besieging here, but I don't know where they've gone. We need to give Ethelmod a... Yes, I need to give Ethelmod a piece of land. Cornubia has declared war against the Moon Main, that's fine. And Call-In was defeated, unfortunate, but if we're not actually actively hanging around, then there's not much we can do about it. We're going to run back to Kerajed. Okay, O'Neill will not make a peace, that's unfortunate. But we'll just have to deal with it. Let us go into Dunderverti, which is now on... Oh my goodness, so many wives. So many ladies here. What's going on? I think these must be all the wives of the new lords. Good grief. And everyone starts with an A. So many people start with AE. Elswith, Ethelswith. Actually only 2, but it's quite a lot. Where's my actual wife? There we go. How am I off? I want to show love to my spouse. I could make another child, I suppose. How am I offspring? That means I don't know where our offspring are. I don't know if they actually spawn in the world or we just fundamentally have one, but we never see them. Brunhild. I want to go up my vassals a fief, so Trefraged can go to... Trefraged can go to Call-In, that's fine. And Kerajed can go to Ethelmod, who already quite likes us, but we'll give him another one. And I'm going to actually... Do I want to replace myself as Marshal? For a while I shall. Ethelmod can be the Marshal. And hopefully he'll actually do some useful things and they'll actually fight as a group. Let's drop these guys off in Dunderverti. Where does Ethelmod want us to... Okay, he wants us to break the siege of Quilnam. I thought that it wasn't still under siege, but we'll go down there. We're going to attempt to have a different Marshal for a little while, see if that fixes things. Quilnam's no longer siege, so there's going to be a new... Oh, hang on. We have a potential new lord in Dunderverti, or a potential new lord for us in Dunderverti. Excellent, and that's actually the Etheling of the Kingdom of Wessex, which is the kind of second in charge. Kingdom of Lathland will also not make a peace with us. Excellent. It's not excellent in the slightest, but we don't seem to have much choice in the matter. Let's go... No, not toward the grounds. I don't need to do that. I don't know where all... There's so many ladies here that I don't know where... I don't know where all the lords are, but they're not here. Maybe, oh, there's Ethelred. Okay. See, there's another AE person. Do you like me? You already don't like me. I mean, sure, you can come along. The kingdom of Northumbria is a labyrinth of rivalries and grudges. Lords ignore their lieges, summons, and many are ripe to defect. Okay. Here's another we've given Driftcrew to Lord Bodo. He's not going to stick around for much longer, I reckon, but if we can get him some land, we will do so, that's for sure. Brunhild. I want to dispatch an emissary to... Well, we'll try the Ulade as they're the, kind of next on our list. So as you know, we'll try Wessex next. We'll send Agathinos down to deal with Wessex, and we'll send an emissary to the Ulade. We might be able to get a piece of them, and instead we can go after the Kingdom of Lathland instead. That's the plan, but it may not work. Especially as we're actually in lands where pagans aren't particularly welcome. I'm going to actually drop off some of my troops at the moment because I don't think we need it at the moment. You already don't like me, so I'm probably going to have to get rid of you pretty soon, to be honest. We'll move Beta back up. Got so many different troops now, it's hard to keep track of them all. Okay, we'll drop the Irish freeholders off. The Vikings will move up because they're pretty good. Any kind of spare troops we'll chuck inside, including quite a few prisoners, which is wonderful. I'm hoping actually we can use that in a way to kind of force the Kingdom of Wessex into a truce, because I just need to be at war with less people. I'm at war with so many people at the moment, it's ridiculous. Let's make sure everyone's upgraded as best possible. Probably move them down. They don't need to be as high up that high up the tree, to be honest. Companions, British warriors, nice, or Britain warriors, I should say. Bandits we'll put in the castle, that's fine. We'll put the freeholder, the spearmen in. I want to move the Vikings up because they are just very powerful units indeed. I'm just hoping by having slightly less people in my army, we stand a little bit better chance of stability within the party. Because I can't have children all the time. But actually, let's go to my wife and we'll get another child, because every single time we have a child, we seem to get 55 morale for our party, so it's not bad at all. There we go. We have another child. We have one boy. But we're also hopefully having another boy soon, which will be wonderful. We shall speak later, my wife. Who are you? Oh, you're new. You also could join us. But the problem is, every time I accept one of these guys, I'm not going to have the land to give to them at the moment. But hopefully Ethelmord will go take a castle or something similar. Where are our ships? I want to get our ships back to kind of where we are, just to stand a bit of a better chance at being able to cross the sea in a hurry. So a lot of people are fleeing to East Anglia at the moment as well. Lots of people are changing hands a lot, that's for sure. Okay. You were defeated, managed to escape, that's fine. We're just going to bring the ships back so we have a better chance at kind of crossing the sea if we need to. Kunam has been besieged by the Kingdom of the Ulade, that's annoying. So we're constantly trying to fix problems and holes in our empire. We can never make any real progress. We'll land here and we'll go see if we can help Quilnam out in terms of its besieging, but I'm guessing there's a lot of people here. No, they're not. But Quilnam has no troops inside. My word. Who owns Quilnam? Hello, Ethelmord, I'm here. And actually, this helps keep our morale up with him, so that's not bad at all. I don't know who owns Quilnam, but they need to get their act together. Whoever this guy is. Because 16 peasants inside Quilnam is not going to hold it for long enough. Oh, there he is. Okay, well, hopefully now he's back in his base, he can actually start hiring some new troops up for that land. Because, my word, 16 troops is not going to stop people from besieging that every single moment of every single day. I'm going to head to Edoras quickly, just to get some morale for my troops. Quilnam's been besieged again, yeah, as to be expected. We'll have to go back and deal with that. Although I thought Ethelmord was around, but I guess maybe not. Here's 1,500 coins, thank you. I also want to go to the refugees hall, and I'm just going to have a feast as well. I don't think the feast actually passes time. So there we go, there's 10 morale. Maybe it did pass a bit of time. We're going to have to run back to Quilnam now. We lost a bit of reputation, but I think having the morale is important at the moment. We don't have a horse. We're going to need to buy a horse, but right now we need to make sure Quilnam is not under siege. And it's not. It just seems like it's always under siege. Oh my word. I think we're just going to be always bouncing back between here and Quilnam. Let's go for these Northmen. We'll get some money. And we get to help this man. I think it's one of our lords. Maybe he's not actually. No, I think he's defected from the faction. I think he used to be one of our lords, but I think he's now defected. Let's maybe not charge. Let's just hold on the hill. We can let the other guy charge his troops in, and then we'll charge our troops in afterwards. Especially, you know, these are Vikings. They're tough cookies. But they should give us some good loot. And then we'll go sell it at the local town. We've also got a bunch of trophies to sell at the local town as well. So that's fine. Here they are. Oh, they're right over this hill, my word. I said I'd rather he kind of takes the brunt of the damage, but we are already here. So infantry charge, spearmen charge. We should have the numbers to deal with this. We'll try sending a token salvo of throwing weapons, but we should keep our shield up. Everyone can charge. I don't know if he's going to charge or not. It looks like he's going to kind of charge. Okay, you're dealt with. At least the Berserker's mostly dead. They're already running, kind of. No, you don't get to run. I take a serious injury to one of our limbs. We need to go get that fixed at a local town. Probably Edinburgh, as we don't know where that one is. It's unfortunate, but it's at least not a permanent wound. We can get it healed. I want to make sure these guys don't escape, if I can help it. I don't think we're going to be able to catch that guy at the very back, however, but hopefully the horsemen can. Only 2 of them left. I will chase them down and not just tab out, because I think we should be able to get them either with horse or range. As long as we have the ship captain, that's all that matters. Oh, that's fine. We defeated them. I've got 5 days to make it. I know you're one of my lords. I'm so sorry. We've had harsh words in the past, but for now, let us enjoy a simple victory. Okay. At least he's willing to kind of put himself past our shared, not very pleasant, our shared non-pleasantries with each other. We're going to head to Edinburgh quickly. As long as Quilnam isn't under siege, which it probably is, as it always is. Is Quilnam under siege? No, it's not. There's someone inside. Okay, we'll head to Edinburgh then. We are still making good money at the moment. Okay, Okay, Balaverti has been raided. Not much we can do about that. I think villages are just going to have to fall by the wayside for the time being. We simply don't have the troops or the amount. We simply don't have the armies to go around and check everywhere. That's the problem. Redeem our battle trophies. There we go. Should be a good amount of money. Well, I don't know if it actually... I don't think we got the money for those, annoyingly. I'm not sure why that occurred. It might just be a little bit of a bug. Well, I am seeing increasingly more red text as time goes on, so let's hope this world doesn't... I'm saving now pretty often to hopefully prevent a crash or something similar. We're actually going to need to take some of this gear back because he can't afford to pay us that much, and we do really need every single bit of money that we can get. So we'll sell the rest here, and we'll pick up pretty much all the food he has for us, which is not going to go off. There we go. We'll also head to the meat hall. I don't think the money doesn't seem to be changing hands at the moment. I'm just going to have a quick save. 1, 3... I have so many different saves, it's ridiculous. Trade with the locals. 13493. If I buy this beef... No, maybe it is working. It's just not showing up on the it's just not showing up on the left-hand side of the screen. That's odd. Okay, maybe I pressed a button or something. As long as the actual money changes, that's fine. Wessex will not... Oh, we're apparently at a truce with Wessex. I didn't realise. Are we at a truce with Wessex? No, we're at war with Kingdom Britain. This game is having some weird complications. Let's head back to Dalaverti. Did I just say Dalaverti? Dalaverti, not Dalaverti. It's not a dull kingdom or a dull place. I do apologise. Oh my goodness, there's so many different troops, so many different people here. I'm not going to speak to Garulf yet because we just won't have the troops to deal with him. Emissary to Wessex. I thought we were already at a truce, but clearly he doesn't think so, so we'll send someone off. We just want to make peace with, like, at least 2 of the kingdoms we're currently at war with. We'll try with the Orneal of Airlich, but I doubt it's going to go well. Where is Ethelmod? There's too many lords here. If I accept them, I'm not going to have the... I'm not going to have the land to give to them. That's the problem. We really need to go and do a major push into the Ulade, really. I think that's the problem. So I think that's the next plan, but by ourselves... Ulade will... Fine, Ulade will take a piece, that's fine. We were going to go after Ulade, but we can't now, but that means... It means we're going to go up to Lathland and deal with them and try to take them out. Queen obviously besieged by Warfare of Wessex. Well, we're going to need to go deal with that, aren't we? Because the Lord of Wessex just doesn't seem to be doing anything to actually fix his own problems. Ulade and Northumbria declared war. Airlich has declared war against Northumbria. So Coolnam isn't under siege, but for some reason he just can't. Let me go speak to the guy. Is there any reason why you can't fill up your troops inside your castle? What are you and your men doing? We're resting. I cannot leave this fortress now as it is under siege, well, it's not, but you still think it is. But you really need to fix Coolnam because you can't just have 16 peasants inside, otherwise it's constantly going to be at siege. Oh, there's warfare. Let's go after warfare. So I think we are actually at war with Wessex still. That's fine. Are we going to catch up to him? No, we don't have the speed. I'm not going to chase him across half the map, that's for sure. We'll go after these Master's men again, just for some loot, but also to ensure that we keep our morale up because morale is important. I think all the for some reason I think all the text in the bottom left of the screen isn't working anymore. I'm not sure why that's the case. That's why the money wasn't showing. We'll have to check the options. I don't know if I've accidentally pressed a button or something which has stopped that from happening. I'm just trying to double check that I haven't messed anything up. I don't think I have. Okay, we'll just have to. We'll keep going, and we will work out what I've done later. I must have pressed a button by accident, or the game's just had some troubles. It's only just occurred, really. To be honest, we probably could just charge these guys. They're not that strong in the grand scheme of things. But we'll set up some semblance of order. But we'll have to do it without the. You'll have to do it without the notes on the bottom left of my screen. But that's okay. I guess we're just getting really immersed now, but it also means that we don't see when we make money or lose money or anything. I'm also guessing we're not going to get any notifications in the bottom left of the screen. So that is a little bit of a problem. We'll have to figure out what's going on there at some point. Infantry can charge as the spearmen. I think that also the enemy, I don't know. But everyone can charge, just deal with that. Come here. Okay. We're gonna have to deal with that AI problem or UI problem at some point, but for now it's okay. It does mean that if we take any major wounds, we're actually not going to be able to tell. I don't think, but we'll have to find a way of dealing with that at some point. But I don't want to stop the stream midstream. That would be silly. We do need to give Solveig some proper weapons. She's been running around with a spear ever since. But really, I kind of treat her as my diplomatic envoy at the moment. Ah, we have a bunch of people over there. We also have some new people over here. Let's go charge with them. The game is still playable. It's just gonna provide some complications at certain points. That's for sure. Deal with you. Deal with you. Look at the starry night sky. You don't see that anymore. At least not in London you don't, because of all the air pollution. When I go down to the southwest, you get to see the night sky a lot more. It's very nice. Let's deal with these guys, and I think we're there. Let's hopefully make sure the Sphere Warrior doesn't die if we can help it. Because the Sphere Warriors are pretty damn strong. We don't want to lose them. I think you might be the last chap we need to deal with. Oh, just that guy there. Just these last couple of guys here. And then we should be there. Oh, that's actually to the left of us. That guy over there in the distance with his shield is, I think, the last guy that we need to take on. This was a battle purely just to get some morale and a little bit of loot. It's not going to change the fate of our kingdom that much. But it's still useful to do. I don't mind not being shown the money as long as we actually get the money inside our purse. That's the main purse, wallet, booty, whatever you want to call it. There we go. We defeated the enemy. We will just hang on. Let's pull back, and then we can just order troops to attack. There we go. Although look at that. It's so ridiculous, the auto calculation in this game, because you take so many more casualties than you would if you just did it normally, but you know, whatever. We'll take all this to sell. What button do I press that means I've lost all my UI? Strange. We'll head to Brytenwalda. Yeah, we're not even getting notifications down here anymore. That's a problem. Because that actually is something we need to. That is actually something we need to fix now. Because if we don't get notifications from the bottom left, that really becomes a problem. Let's just sell all this. I think we are still getting the money. 13577. Yeah, we're still getting the money. Is there a mod options button? There is. I don't think this is one that. I also could make player enemies always attack, but that feels a bit cheaty, to be honest. What is going on? What's faction testing? I don't know what faction testing is. That's fine. Okay, I don't know what I've done, but we don't seem to have any UI for the time being, so we're just gonna have to deal. We're just gonna have to deal with that. I'm just gonna have to. We're gonna have to play without any notifications. Oh, that's annoying. But why that's the case, I'm not entirely sure. But we'll just have to work with it. We didn't even go into Edinburgh, did we? Fine, we'll go to Edinburgh because we actually need to fix our agility, having had a nasty hit in one of our last battles. We'll also pick up any more food that they have here at the time. There we go. Barley, wheat, it's not that exciting with the food, but it does the job for sure. Go, some morale for my men. Although again, I can't actually check because because we're not getting any notifications for it, but that's okay. I actually need to go to the sea because I think that's where the physician is inside Edinburgh, and fix my face because it's had quite a few scars over the years. We have permanently lost a couple of agility, a couple of points, which is not great. So the more we can save, the better. And there he is, gazing out over the sea. Hello, my good man. I require your services. Here's 150 pennies, and he will do his best. Wonderful. In a couple of days, that should be healed nicely. We're now at peace with you, Lade. Wessex, I don't think it's going to be a problem. So we're going to go scout out Dunbeatty, Balbeatty. I don't know if we're actually at war with Wessex. It's kind of hard to tell. But I would like to make a truce with them officially at some point. But we're just going to go have a quick look at Dunbeatty, see if it's worth. Oh, Dunbeatty's been besieged. That's a much bigger problem. We might end up just needing to take Dunbeatty back via kind of a show of force afterwards. I don't think Airlich are ever going to agree to a peace, which is a shame. But we're going to have to see if we can save Dunbeatty. 327, we can get away with that. Especially as there's actually two other troops inside here. We'll get inside and we'll wait. If he wants to come and besiege us, he can be our guest. Oh, that's the problem actually. 295, and is that the 600 guy? 232. Yeah, this is getting a little bit tougher. I still think we will stay inside. 152. That's what, nearly 350. Add on my troops. That's about 500 versus their 800. If more lords show up, then that's going to become a problem. That's for sure. For now, we'll stay here. If only those two lords come in, that would be a lot better. But we'll have to see. I'd almost rather they... Oh, Quilnam's been besieged by King of Lathland. Quilnam's might just be a lost cause. We'll have to take Quilnam back. I'm not sure to protect Underverti. Because Quilnam has only got 14 soldiers inside. It's never going to hold itself. It's never going to hold itself. We're going to need to just re-give it to a lord who actually seems to want to. Huh. Don't know where the rest of the troops have gone. Apparently the rest of the troops have disappeared. Why has that happened? Well, we're going to lose this battle because half our troops aren't here. That's fine. Oh, this is a terrible fortress. There isn't even any height or anything. It's just this one entry point. This is a tough campaign to win. I think it's also a tough campaign because I don't have any of my normal things that I would normally use to my advantage. I don't normally, I would normally use significant archers to my advantage or something similar, but we don't have any of that. Charge, everyone charge. We're going to just have to blockade this hole as best we can, really. If we can just do kind of a if we can just, as best possible, create a bottleneck here, that might be our best chance at actually causing enough casualties for them to go away. Quilnam we'll have to deal with at a later date. Because, we have so many problems, we can only really deal with one problem at a time, to be honest. That's all our throwing weapons. Let's see if we can do some damage over here. Everyone follow me. And now charge. Just want to get a bit more of an even spread here. I could just jump over. I'm just going to jump over and do some damage from the other side, I think. I think that's really the best option I can do. The Irish are pretty lightly armoured troops, so I should be able to do some good damage here for the most part. But I'm not even going to know if I get any major problems because I'm not going to be able to see because of the UI not showing up. We're just going to have to deal with that, I think. I think this siege is going better than others normally would because the Irish just aren't that strong in melee. Let's pull back just for a second. Have you tried asking the UI to nicely come back? I have. I've also threatened it, but that hasn't worked either. Let's just let them push in and then we can go after them. I mean, this may still be a lost cause, but we can at least do some good damage here, hopefully. Ow. You're dealt with. And now we just start massacring the Irish again, which is not a great thing for an Englishman to say, to be perfectly honest with you. Deal with you. Deal with you, as I think you're the next biggest problem with your axe. Ow, leave me alone. Have you tried offering shirtless men? I also have tried offering shirtless men. That hasn't worked either. Oh, you're a natural problem. You're a natural soldier. There we go. You're dealt with. Come on. We need to massacre as many as possible to stand a chance of winning this siege. We're actually yet to win a defensive siege in this game or in this mod. Have you tried offering a shirtless Huithril? I don't think anyone needs to see that. No one needs to see that. The only six-pack I want is a beer. Let's deal with a big axe man. I am very bloody. There we go. I definitely need a new shield. I don't really want to be knocked unconscious, but we do need to pick up a new shield from somewhere. You're dealt with. Have you tried offering blood of the innocent? That's what I'm trying to do now. Although arguably I wouldn't say they're innocent because they did come and besiege my castle. That big axe scares me. So maybe I can sacrifice sacrifice a couple of villages in the next Minecraft stream. Sorry, workers. The nice thing is about the Irish is that they don't tend to have many shields, so you can kind of use that to your advantage. Everyone keep charging. Please leave me alone. My shield can't take this. Oh, okay, we're knocked out. Is this going to continue without us, or are we going to be knocked out? I don't. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of text. Okay, how did that actually go? We lost 45. They lost 18. They lost 325. Actually, this is great. Keep assaulting. Keep assaulting. This is great for us. We can just kill all the. We can just kill all of Vailich's troops this way. This is incredible. We should have done. We should have just taken more sieges from the O'Neill before. It's a great way to kill them quickly. Chaps, please let me out of the way. I'm the king. I need space. Everyone, stand over there. At least enough for me to get through. I guess not. No, they don't want to let me through. We can go here. Everyone, stand right there. And charge. I'm just going to bottleneck them as before. Really, actually, we should. Now that we know that the Irish are quite simple, or I would argue one of the easier factions to defeat. We should really try push into their land, into the island as best possible, to do some good work there and try to take some land. That's probably where we're going to make a lot of progress. Is actually in Ireland, not mainland Britain for the time being. We'll have to see. Because although there are some very strong troops, like this guy I've just killed there, but the majority of them don't have much armour or shields. They're strong fighters, but they just don't have the armour to protect them. And so in a defensive siege we can actually do quite a lot against them. Now, those guys there can still prove troublesome, but we should be okay. I'm just wary of not getting too close to the strong troops. And also these troops who are just charging in, I didn't even realise. But that's because I don't have the reinforcement waves, because of the misinformation of not having... Because I don't have the... Don't you dare destroy my shield, I need it. Okay. Because I don't have the... Ow. That hurt. Because I don't have the... UI, it's kind of causing some problems. We lost 31, they lost 126. We actually have more troops than them now, but we're not going to charge over the walls because we're quite low on the old health. We probably have taken a wound or two, but we'll just have to deal with that at some point. But I don't know because I don't have the UI. Maybe we can title this video Misinformation. We'll let them charge in, that's fine. We should have the troops now to be able to deal with them, but this is in general, this is a terrible fortress to try hold. I don't know, can they actually get in through here? Or is this just a kind of for show type thing? I'm sure they could, but I'm not walking through. They might be able to, but I'm not going to walk through the fire to find out, that's for sure. Everyone charge. This seems like a bit of a stronger group of soldiers, that's for certain. These guys actually have shields and armour. That's a bit more concerning. We do now have the troop number advantage. So let's try use that to our advantage if we can. We'll try to do some... No, because our throwing weapons are just going to miss from there. Let's see. I'm trying not to kill my own men in the process, but it's a little bit tough because of the mishmash of different armies. I'm not going to go over the walls this time, that's for sure. Everyone just keep charging. These guys are a bit tougher than their previous counterparts who did the first siege. We might need to go over the walls. What are we doing? 94 versus 44. Okay, I don't think we do need to go over the walls then. We might do. I think we might have one more reinforcement waves come in if we need it, but not that much. Not that many useful troops, that's for sure. 84 versus 36. We are getting somewhere. I really don't want to jump over the wall again, but we might have to. This time pick up another shield, a preemptive second shield, that's for sure. Deal with you. These guys are strong. This guy's very bloody, he's been in a lot of engagements. Come on, attack my shield. Because then I can hit you like that, wonderful. And let's just start laying some damage behind if we can. Okay, we're actually going to win this siege. This is the first defensive siege we've actually won. My word. It would definitely have come at a cost, that's for sure. But still, I'm happy we've actually won a siege for a change. Well done, chaps. All for one, one for all. Well done. Man, the Irish have tiny shields, look at that. We are victorious, but it would have come at a cost, that's for sure. Okay. Oh, this guy actually kind of likes us. You're free to go. Because if we can get some more people on side for the late game, that's going to be important. Because we don't have many people that like us at the moment. So getting people that like us is very important indeed, I think. We have a bunch of prisoners, look at that. We're going to take pretty much every single soldier here, even the farmers will take, because we can always just put them inside this faction. And then we need to run down to Quilnam, because there's a problem there as well. And there's the Kingdom of Lathan in there, I think. So that is more of a problem. Let's make sure we take the good troops, not the terrible troops, if we can help it. Oh, 8 bodyguards, that's going to sell for a nice pretty penny. Standard bearer will take as well. The warriors, the champions. I'm so sorry. The nobles, the horsemen, pretty much anyone who's going to actually make us a little bit of money. And we'll take the veteran skirmishers for the rest. Share the looters is common. We don't sadly get any battle trophies for that, even though that was a significant battle against a superior force. But hey ho, what can you do? We'll take all that we can to sell. Dunaverty has been saved at a cost. We're going to head to Quilnam. I don't know if we're going to be able to save it, to be honest, but we'll head that way. We've got a lot of prisoners. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, thank goodness he didn't charge after us, otherwise we would have had some troubles there. Let's head to Dunbreton, see if we can sell these prisoners quickly before we head on to Quilnam. And we can at least sell this gear, if nothing else. Let's make sure we take that barley back. So all of this, and then we'll head to Quilnam to see if we can save it from the Kingdom of Lathan. Whether we can is another question. We'll take the smoked fish, however, because we don't really get fish that often, which is nice. I would really like for there to be both a prison broker here and a happy widow, and there is. Look at that. Okay, 1,500 pennies. I don't know how much money I'm going to get from this guy because I can't tell, but we're just going to take the money anyway. But I think it was quite a lot actually. But at least we now have space some more prisoners, so let's run to Quilnam to try and protect it. I don't think we're going to manage it. We need to make sure we don't go to war with Northumbria, because Northumbria will be a real thorn on our side. Quilnam is no longer under siege. How about that? Please put some troops inside your castle. If you don't put troops inside your castle, Quilnam's constantly going to be under siege. Put some troops inside your castle. I think I'm going to replace Ethelmod as Marshal. And we're going to go try to take out some of the Kingdom of Lathland. Hi there, Hest in Einstein. Do we actually have the troops to take you on? Bodo, come with me. Oh, actually, let's upgrade you while you're here. There you go, you can have some more agility. Weapons Master. We'll give you some seeking, because I think you actually need some for your own, so you can actually have some boats. Bodo, come with me. Will you follow me? Yes you are, but I'm not the Marshal. Which is why I can't just order them to do so. Here we go. Me and Lord Bodo should be able to deal with this. Not by ourselves, we can't. Well, we probably could take him on by ourselves, but I'd rather take him on with a companion, that's for sure. We'll fight you to the end. Looks like Bodo is not getting involved. Okay. Rousing speech. Good speech. Skirmishers. We do. Can we go for a duel? No, we can't, because we did some other options. That's okay. We might be able to win this anyway. I would have preferred a more hilly map to work to our advantage, but we'll pull back to here. As he's got the more significant amount of troops, he really should be charging us. I would hope he would charge us anyway, but it looks like he is. Not having the UI is not game breaking, but it is it is causing a few issues. You know, I don't know how things go. At least it's not all the UI, but still, it could be a lot better. There they come. These guys will be not so much of a pushover as the O'Neill, because these guys actually have shields and armor. Because these are the guys that I recruit. Alright, infantry here at the front, spearmen at the front, and I want my archers on the hill. That's not where I asked you to go, spearmen. Please move forward. They should come to us. I'm hoping we will get one more reinforcement wave. They might get two, or maybe just a larger reinforcement wave. But at least any reinforcement waves should spawn here by us as opposed to over by them. We also need to get ourselves a horse, I keep forgetting. We can just steal one off Beta, I suppose. Until that one drops dead, and then we have to do it all over again with some new horses. I don't think we're ever going to be at peace, that's the problem. I think we're just going to constantly be at war with at least some factions, because we're not a very popular chap within the British Isles, and also we're a new faction, so people don't really like us in that regard. But it's just because I can't use any of my normal things that I would normally, I normally use archers, like, really powerful archers. Unfortunately, I don't have that. These guys are good, but they're not snipers. Whereas in Prophecy of Pendor, which is probably the mod I'll play next once this one is done, you have some absolute tanks there who just blitz through, who completely blitz through any armour. They have such a long range as well, it's great. It's nice to play a mod which kind of challenges what I would normally do in a game. So it means I have to kind of play it a bit differently. It's also quite a lot of a challenge for me, which is a nice change, because I do have a lot of hours in this game, and I would say I'm decently good at it, but having seen the last few episodes, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'm mistaken. I really want them to charge. He's starting his war chant, so it's fine. I just want them to charge, not me. Looks like they're at least coming in close. Let's see if we can do some throwing weapon damage. There we go. We've got a lot of throw weapons here. We need to use them to our advantage, really. Let's try to deal with these berserkers before they become a problem. We might have headshot that guy, or someone else did anyway. Here they come. Charge! Everyone charge. This is not going to be a good fight for us, I don't think. But I don't know why Bodo didn't join us, but he didn't. So we're going to have to make this work. But these guys are not the Irish, these guys are a lot stronger. They have a lot more armour and gear. I don't even know if I'm winning or losing. How are we doing? Okay, we're winning, that's fine. They should have another reinforcement wave coming in pretty soon. There it is. Let's try to deal with this bannerman. The banner bearer, because that should knacker their morale a little bit more. And then we're going to hold this hill here. We'll wait for the new guys to come in. We're going to break off the engagement for the time being, because they're going to pull back to their... They'll pull back to their other troops. This is still by no means a done deal, but we have, I think, dealt with the strongest troops for the time being, which is good. I think now we just have to deal with kind of all the skirmishers and archers, because like how I make my army, the AI tend to put their strongest troops at the top. They normally put their strongest troops towards the top of the tree. It's not always the case, but don't know where you guys are going. Don't know what the spearmen are doing. Actually, probably the best thing we can just do is charge. Otherwise, we're going to let their range. Their range will work well for them. Okay, everyone charge. Everyone just go. Especially as I think all our archers are pretty much out of ammo at this point. Best thing we can do is just charge them. That's a cool shot. Looking at them all charge down from the hill. Really, this whole game, as with a lot of strategy games, is just getting to that point where you can snowball and just take over the entire map. It's like an XCOM. You're always fighting at a loss right until the moment you're not. Right until the moment you hit the snowball effect, and you can just push forward enough to actually win. Like at a certain point in the strategy game, in most strategy games, there's a point where you can pretty much win without any chance of losing, but I'm certainly not there yet. It started snowing, but the ball hasn't formed yet. But it's like when you get to, in Total War, if you get to like 20, if you get to like 20 or 30 castles and cities, it's quite hard for the AI to come back and actually win from that. Crusader Kings is another one of those games which I really love, but has a problem with the late game, because once you become a massive empire, unless there's any other major empires like the Holy Roman Empire or perhaps the Byzantines or the Mongols, it struggles a bit to kind of struggles with that in a way. Actually, Stellaris is one of those games which actually has a good end game that kind of negates some of the classic problems that the strategy games have with that. We picked up quite a few prisoners here, and we will take every single one of them. Especially as Lord Bodo didn't come bother to turn up, we're going to take all of them for ourselves. We will reclaim the marshalship from Lord Ethelhelm, or Ethelmod, sorry, purely because I think we need to go and do some damage against the Kingdom of Lathand. And we'll take as many prisoners as possible, and I think take all of these guys. Share the looters is common. We get a war trophy, just a war trophy for now, but we also get some battle trophies here. Excellent. They do sell for a pretty penny. I think we'll buy ourselves a horse with the when we next go into town, if I can remember to do so. Let's have a look at my character, make sure I haven't got any permanent wounds. I do have a scar, but it's unfortunate. Because we couldn't get to a town at that time because we just started our kingdom. Let's head to Dunlaverty. After hours, while your army rests near a village, the priest's wife comes to see you alone while her husband is away. Ho ho, we're in, lads. The priest's wife, what a catch. No, we will refuse because we already have a wife. We're going to be a man of honour. We already have a wife. I don't think we need to go see the priest's wife. The owl clerk might come after us. That's not good. Redeem battle trophies. Again, we can't actually see what we're earning, but I think we are actually making the money, which is fine. And we're going to pretty much take we'll just take a pony, this grey pony here. We'll try and negate some of the cost of that with our gear here. It's not going to do much, but it will at least soften the blow that these horses cost. Or soften the blow for the cost of these horses, I should say. Visit the meat hall. Hope there's a ransom broker here. There is. Excellent. And if there is also a happy widow here, I will just... No, I've already done that too recently. That's fine. Head to Dunlaverty. And we will... Oh, Kuhnam's in besieged again. God damn it. I think it's just one of those ones which is just constantly besieged because the Lord, for some reason, is not putting any... It's not putting any... not putting anyone inside of use at all. I just don't understand it really. There we go. Complete a blacksmith. Let's go to the Lord's Hall. We'll speak to these guys later. I don't have the lands for them. I want to replace myself as Marshal. That's fine. Emissary to Wessex. I'd like to make peace if I can with them. There's no reason for me to be at war with on so many fronts. Ehrlich, I don't think we're ever going to make peace with. And I think Lathan are really the only people that we can go after at the moment. I want to start a new campaign. We're going after the Kingdom of Lathan. I think this is we've had some British champions. I think this might be the first British bodyguard we've ever had. Oh, look at that. Blooming strong troop. But he also costs a lot of money to upgrade. But he can take pride of place there. Champions. Just make sure everyone's upgraded as they can be. And Brigand doesn't need to be that high up. We can move him down a little bit. Warriors, archers, spearmen, veterans, companions. We'll move the Vikings up. They're also pretty strong troops. More warriors. We just want a bunch more infantry, really. I should have made those Irishmen into skirmishers or archers, but needs must. I've already made that mistake. Now I can't go back on it. Okay, move. I wish the companions would go back in the same space where you left them. And I'm going to... Have I called the banners? I have called the banners. I don't think most people are going to join me. Especially these guys who are quite badly injured. I would hope that Ethelmod will join me, because he does actually like me as a person. Let's go back to Kuhnam and pretend like we actually care about Kuhnam enough. Maybe we just let it be taken and then we go take it back. Oh, Ethelmod's here with us, so that's good. King of Uleda here, who we're not technically at war with anymore, I don't think. Put some troops inside your castle. You have plenty of troops. Maybe we just need to let Kuhnam be taken. That may be the only option we have. In fact, if I just bring you to come with me, maybe we can let Kuhnam be taken and we just take it back. Follow me. We're going to go up to Lathland and take some land up there if we can. Because some of the lords I know are not going to be liking us. Let's make sure Lord Bodo stays with us. Because only Ethelmod is here by choice. The rest of them have just been kind of forced into doing this. How is the army doing? We're very high on morale. We have plenty of food. Let's go take Dunbeatty if we can. We need to wait for... Okay, yay, we lost Quilnam. That means we can go retake it. Thank goodness. Come with me, lads. Let's go to retake Quilnam. It's the one time I'm actually happy we lost Quilnam to an opposing faction. Because they're only going to have 46 troops inside, so we can just take it straight back. There we go. We can take it back, and now we can just fix this problem. Okay, we'll defer appointment with the Lord. And now already, I imagine there's going to be more troops inside here than there was before. Yeah, there's 109 troops here. That's all you had to do. All you had to do was not just put some troops inside, but now we were forced to retake that castle unnecessarily when we could have been taking other castles. Annoying, but what can you do? Head to Dunverty. Let's get this castle actually in someone's hands. Oh, there's a lot of troops here. Hello, Helgi. I think you're there's a lot of different lords here now. We'll speak to Helgi in a bit. I want to make someone... give someone Trefquil. We'll give Lord Bodo one of them, but we need to give... I think we're going to give it to... We'll give the village to this guy, the guy who wouldn't actually stock up his troops inside the castle. And I'll give Quilnam to Ethelred, who's the Etheling. He's not going to be very... He doesn't like us at all. But there we go. Where is he? There we go. Hopefully he likes us. He likes us a little bit more now that we've given him Quilnam. What are you and your men doing? You're not accompanying the marshal because I question his judgment. See, if the people don't like you, they don't follow you into combat. That's the problem, really. Let's make sure everyone's still following us. So, I have a new task for you. Follow me. I don't actually think you were the guys I meant to get you to follow me, but if you're going to follow me, that's fine. You can get them to manually follow you. It's just a bit more of a pain. I don't know where Ethelmod is. He might be just a bit slower. Actually, I think he might still be with us, to be honest. This is probably enough for a fighting force, though. We're going to go up to Dunbeatty. Ooh, snow everywhere. Look at that. We're going to make sure these guys still follow us. You can get them to constantly follow you. It's just a little bit of a pain. Because you just have to constantly tell them to follow me, follow me, follow me all the time. If they like you, they just follow you out of choice, which is different. We've done you, we've done you, we've done you. Ethelred we need to do as well. So many lords and ladies this time begin with AE, but I suppose that was the noble. If you were noble, you probably started with AE. Wessex wants supposedly to continue fighting, even though he says we have a truce. Hi there, friends. Let's catch up so we fight as a proper force. I did see them somewhere, but we're going to go after Dunbeatty. 361. Interesting. I'd like to deal with him before... Can I get him to... I might be able to get him to join me, to be honest. Because he is my father-in-law. You'd hope he would come in. Can I discuss with you in private? What do you feel about your king? Can I persuade you to say a little more? I have something to tell you. I ask for your support for the throne of the Northlands. I will... If I were king, I would deal with all men fairly and uphold the rights of the commons. I ask you to pledge your allegiance to me. Militarily, when I consider the lay of the land, I realise that to pledge myself to you would endanger my faithful retainers of my family. I am more comfortable with you and your companions than the current liege. You speak of protecting the commoners. I would be pleased to serve a king who respected the rights of his subjects, although I worry But the king who took a throne without proper cause would not rule with justice. Would you join me? Come on, I'm your father-in-law. Your son-in-law is literally king. Oh, he likes us. I don't actually want to kill him, really. No, I don't know who that was, but I need him to come back. Maybe the more we can do with him, the better. Okay, we're gonna go for Dunbeatty. Oh, but Dunbeatty's owned by Olaf, and the king's inside. Oh, we're gonna have to give it a go. Surrender. Fine, we're going in for the proper siege then. Planning the siege. Let's build sanitation. We're not going to pillage because that's going to just annoy the local populace. We will prepare for the assault. We'll build mantlets. Let's wait till tomorrow. Let's hopefully our lords don't abandon us in that time. Would you now leave? No, you wouldn't. No. Okay, people are leaving. That's annoying. Lads, I need... Ah, that's why. Olaf's here. If someone else goes in and fights him, that'd be better, to be honest. Because then I'm not the one actually fighting him. Oh! Our text is back! Our text is back! The UI is back! I think. Everyone go in. Let's go join in. 990 versus 324. We can actually take that castle then afterwards. Yes! The UI is back. I don't know what went wrong. Maybe I just had to kill my father-in-law. That's how it works, right? Kill my father-in-law. Oh, cucumbers, you said offer the blood of the innocent. Here we go. I'm offering the blood of the innocent and it came back. Just offer my father-in-law. I don't think my wife's going to be very happy with me though, to be honest. It is nice to have it back though. Archers and skirmishers on the hill, as always. We have a horse now, which is nice as well. I'm sorry, Olaf, you had a chance to join me. And you still can, but I'm going to take your fortress by force because you don't seem to want to actually join me. So we're just going to have to take the land because we need to get more land. It's the simple truth of the matter. We cannot sustain our lords' loyalty without land to give them. And any of these new lords who come and join us, we need to give them land as well. Because again, without that, we just don't stand. We don't stand a chance at maintaining our lord's loyalty. Infantry here, spearmen here, archers and skirmishers on the hill. Excellent. If I can bait them into attacking, that'd be good. This is quite a big army. I think there's about 300 troops in this one. If I can maybe just try kill one of these skirmishers, that'd be good. Or really anyone. Okay. Really want to kill them, but also not get killed myself. I would very much want to bait them into attacking, to be honest. If I can, but I've run out of throw weapons, so there's no point in me staying here. Any cavalry I have can charge. I think I have whole. Yeah, I have 2 whole cavalry. So does all these lords here. So actually, let's have a look at your gear, Ethelred. Looks decidedly mediocre for an Etheling. You know, this guy was supposed to be the guy to take over the Kingdom of Wessex after the other king died, but clearly not. Everyone charge. Let's get this done. Let's stay on our horse if we can. Let's deal with you, because you're definitely the Lord. We can deal with you, that would help with morale issues. We definitely deal with him. He's the priority. There we go. They've lost a leader. I think that was our father-in-law. we just hit our father-in-law. Deal with you. There's a bunch more of these guys coming in. Let's not be as silly to just charge into a line of infantry, that would be terrible. Deal with you. I think the next stream we do, not necessarily with Warband, obviously that's going to continue, but I think we will start Alien Isolation, which is something I'm bloody terrified of. I'm not good with horror games, but that means it should make for some relatively entertaining content. You'd see me be very scared. Horror games and horror films are not my thing. I'm a wuss, really. Let's try and protect this horse. We only just bought him for a very significant cost. Oh, and there's the horse crippled. Took all of one battle. I think we're going to be crippled here in a second. Okay. I shouldn't have gone out of position, that's for sure. I do think we've got this... You know, we've got about 3 tons of troops here. We should be more than okay. I'm guessing they're going to pull back and get some more reinforcements. I think there's the reinforcements coming over the hill there. I shouldn't have pushed so far ahead against what I know to be a very tough opponent, to be honest. That was my mistake. Our side lost the leader. That must be one of the other lords that we went with. We're making progress. If we can take this, then we'll have kicked the Kingdom of Lathland off the main map, and they'll only be on the islands. If I could take the islands as well, that'd be excellent. Because I'm concerned that the Kingdom of Outclut, the big Scottish faction, the Dark Blue faction, are going to come in and fight with us pretty soon, and they are a very tough opponent. I don't know if we'll be able to take them on, really. So, really the best we can do would be to secure as much of Scotland as we can before, and the support of as many lords as possible, before we inevitably have to fight them. And also the Kingdom of Norway, because eventually the Kingdom of Norway is going to come back after us. Although I think we are in a slightly better position we're in a slightly better position now than we were when we originally fought the Kingdom of Norway. We have a few more lords by our side, albeit they're not particularly happy with us, so their loyalty is pretty low. So we'll have to see. Our side lost another leader, but at this point I think the battle is won. It's so nice to have the UI back in the bottom left. it is. You don't realise how much you rely on it until you don't have it anymore. Well done, chaps. Sorry I wasn't there for the second half of the fight, but we are at least successful. And we need to fight again. We will actually fight that on the battlefield, purely because if we actually try just auto-calculate that victory, we're going to lose significantly more troops than if we just do it this way instead. I can't believe we crippled the pony on the first battle we took him into. But the horse has no armour. We need to get a horse with armour. But there just aren't the horses with armour in this mod, that's the thing. Cavalry, let's not charge ahead of ourselves. And actually the same with the infantry, because... Okay, everyone just hold here, because if the lords charge in, that's going to knock our morale straight away. Are you a lord? You are a lord, that's fine. Actually, everyone just charge. But I think we have the numbers to deal with these guys, and they're not that strong. The majority of them are just archers. The best thing we can do is just charge them. Well, there are a few berserkers and stronger troops. I can see some stronger troops behind, so let's not throw ourselves into the combat straight away. Yeah. There's a lot of banner bearers, that's for sure. I'm just going to get off my horse and fight this on foot. First of all, I don't want the pony to die, but second of all, we're fighting uphill. This guy doesn't seem to have any weapon apart from his fists. This could actually be a bigger loss of life than I would have hoped on my side. Because, yeah, these guys are tough. These are strong troops. We'll win this, but it will have come at a cost because we were fighting uphill against kind of berserkers and very strong other troops. Oh yeah, I mean most of them are just wounded, so they'll get recovered. Hopefully by the time the siege is ready. No running away. No, never surrender. Either you are fighting to the death and enter Valhalla, or you do get taken prisoner. What you do not do is run. However, I think we're actually going to have to let those guys go. There we go, defeated the enemy. We get some relation with this guy, which is good. Olaf managed to escape. I'll take all these prisoners. I don't think Olaf's going to like us very much anymore, our father-in-law. But he had a chance, and we genuinely can't afford to wait around for him. I would do if I could, because I don't want to cause a family feud, but we simply cannot wait. We need to consolidate our position here in the north of the British Isles. It's just of great importance. A lot of battle trophies, excellent. We'll take all of this. Lots of battle trophies, my word. There we go. We need to ensure that all these lords still stick with us for the siege. I have a new task for you, follow me. You need to, Ethel Mod needs to follow me as well. And actually we're getting some positive relation from doing this fighting near, this big fight near Dunbeatty. It's not a bad thing at all. Let's speak to Ethelred. I suppose you'll want to drink to the victory of our great victory near Dunbeatty, or save your media to more than that to wipe out the state of your early disgraces. Yeah, he doesn't like me very much. Because originally we actually were kind of one of his lords here down in Wessex, but obviously we kind of abandoned Wessex. Who have we not spoken to? I think we've spoken to you. No, we haven't spoken to you. You need to follow me as well. We are taking Dunbeatty, whatever the costs. In terms of it's besieged. Surely that's... Yeah, Olaf doesn't like us anymore. Surrender. No. Well, we're going to just do the assault then. Build mantlets. What does mantlets do? No. I just want to clear the ground for assault. 10 hours. And I want to also construct sanitation to prevent disease. I just need my troop. I need these lords to stick with me for 10 hours. That's all I need. Surrender. No. The king is here, which is nice. Please stick with me for a little bit longer. I just need you to stick with me for a little bit longer, lads. During the night, your men captured and executed a group of enemies who tried to infiltrate and burn supplies. Oh, we've got 23 of them. we will reward them with a warrior bracelet. That gives us some morale. That is important. And our weapon master skill is improved. Wonderful. How long can we now? Would you now surrender? No. Oh, come on. How long? How close to the assault? Order the vanguard to prepare the assault. That's presumably why we have mantlets. How many casualties did we take there? We took 30, which that's not great. You're meant to meet the enemy. It's your turn. The arrows arrive. Lead your soldiers in assault. Of course, winter is not a great time to fight, but we're going to do it nonetheless. Apparently, the battle advantage is 0, despite us having like double the troops, which is a real concern. That's a. Oh yeah, I forgot this is one of those weird like mound castles. Everyone charged. There's no point waiting around. We don't really have we don't have any strong archers to keep outside. This is a weird siege, however. I don't know if I like it very much. I imagine there's going to be a lot of kind of bottlenecks that we're going to have to get through. But if I die, that means the siege ends, so we can't do that. We need to stay alive, whatever the cost, really. I don't know where this main fight's actually happening. It looks to be happening over there. We have a lot of troops. We need to make it work. I'm concerned about those troops up on the hill, but there's not much we can, or the mound, but there's not much we can do about that. This is a weird siege. Let's just do some throwing weapon damage if we can from a distance. Let's just make sure, watch our 6, make sure no one's coming around the corner. So watch our 6 is a very like military term, isn't it? Oh, that's scary. Guys, you don't all need go over there. Deal with those guys first. Deal with those guys before you try charging the castle. Charge these guys first. And then you can deal with everyone else. I'd say these guys are more the priority, because otherwise they'll just keep on attacking us with their range. Now we can focus on this area here. If we can bottleneck them, that'd be good. I'm not holding this castle for myself. This is going to be a real pain to try hold. Can I even get throwing weapons up that high? I can, but actually trying to hit something is going to be a real pain. Oh, nice. We got one. The more we're going into first person for this, because otherwise our helmet kind of blocks our view. But the more we can do to deal with these range guys at the top, the better. No, don't use any blunt weapons. Use weapons at will. Otherwise, you're all going to just use your fists, and that's not going to go well at all. We're on charge. We just want to get out of first person. I think now they can only spawn inside this tower. I can't remember how many troops are inside, but we will just grab ourselves a second shield. Ooh, javelins. One throwing spear. Let's see if I can make this work. These don't have as much height as the other ones do. That's close, not close enough. Okay, that's fine. This is why I wish I had a bow, but I resolved not to always play a bow character. I don't even know what's going on inside the siege because it's very much a bottleneck. So all we can really do is just keep our shield up. But if we take this, then that's going to be progressing against the Kingdom of Lathland. And then we might even think about going and trying to get some of their territory from kind of the Orkney Islands and then some of the other islands. The Faroe Islands aren't in this game, I don't think. I have no idea what's going on in this siege. I think we are winning this, although at a cost. But we do just have more men. But I don't want to charge in, because if I charge in and die, then the siege gets reset, and that's not good at all. But it's going to be like I think this is like a one-on-one fight happening. I'm actually gonna let them come out. I think everyone hold position, and we'll let them come out, and then we can actually have a better chance of fighting them. Because right now I have literally no idea what's going on. So we'll let some of them come out. So we can actually fight them and get this siege done a bit quicker. So just hold here. We just want to let some more of them come out, that's for sure. Come on, lads. I actually want you to come out so we can fight you. It's kind of a bit of a Mexican standoff, to be honest. Ow. Your enemies have arrived, that's fine. I'm sure that... Okay, let's just charge again. Let's... Because they're just running back inside. Annoyingly. Oh, I don't want to actually be the first one in. That's just not going to go well. Are there any troops over here that we can go deal with? Oh, they might be coming from outside. I don't know if they're actually in the castle or not. Oh, they're most certainly not inside the castle. Okay, that's interesting. That's the first reinforcement wave that we've seen for this fight. We are also getting more reinforcements coming in, which is good because we're going to need them. Otherwise, we're going to be a little bit stuck out of position here, I think. Are we actually? It looks like we're actually fighting inside here. That's quite cool. That's quite a fun change. That's not fun though. We're kind of stuck in here now. Hopefully, our reinforcement wave can get us out of here. I want to get on top of that building, deal with these archers if I can. Yeah, there is a way to deal with this. This is a cool siege. This is a very much a different siege than what I'm used to. Everyone charge. Let's deal with these archers. Deal with you. You're a strong archer. The other archers shouldn't be a problem. But the quicker we can deal with these guys, the less damage they'll do. And I want to probably deal with the archers up on the roof if I can get there safely, which I probably can't, to be honest. Because I'm going to kind of be stuck here by myself. I'm stuck here at the back. Stop shooting me. If we can get up there safely, then I'll try to deal with the archers at the top. But that's going to be easier said than done, because we need to go past that main area. I'm hoping our troops can distract long enough that we can go up and deal with the archers at the top of the kind of the fort here. Deal with you. Please no one attack me. Please no one attack me. Please no one attack me. I'm just your friendly neighbourhood salesman trying to sell some vacuum cleaners. I hope our troops do not get down there. It doesn't look like they are, but it's fine. We're going to go deal with these guys up here to try and give our troops a bit of safety when they actually charge in. And also just to kill some more troops, because the more troops we kill, the better. There's not that many archers up here, but it's worth dealing with them. We do have spare shields for this very purpose. Here come our reinforcements, which is excellent. Let's not fall off the edge. If we fall off the edge, that would be a real shame. Ow. You need to deal with you, because you're the actual one who's any bothered to respond attacking to me. This is a weird siege. There we go, you're dealt with, and your corpse is gonna... Oh, I thought your corpse would do the cool thing and fall all the way down, but no. Can I pick up any of your... Do you have any bows? I think your items have immediately despawned because of how many entities there must be on the battlefield. Charge them, lads. Charge them. I'll come back down now because there's no purpose to me being up here. But I've just bought my troops a little bit of safety on the actual top. How are they doing? 111 versus 100. We do have more troops than them, is the simple truth of the matter, but this is going to be a long siege. I don't want to go down there. That looks horrendous. I want to, when I can, protect my own troops. But I don't want to go in there by myself because I'm going to die. Are my troops here? Hello. No, our troops aren't really here. I don't like this at all. Okay, our troops are here. Let's go. Deal with you, deal with you. I want to try clear the way. I need to clear the bottleneck, that's really important. If we don't clear the bottleneck, they'll never make it through. Clearing the bottleneck is very important indeed. It looks like they're actually coming in from outside now. And once we deal with you, looks like all the troops are outside now. Yeah, looks like we're going to have to charge around the outside to get to them. Which way are we going? We're going left or right? We're going both ways, which feels like a terrible idea. We should probably stick to one direction, but oh well. At least I suppose we're kind of doing a flanking manoeuvre. We're pretty much equal in terms of losses at the moment, but we do just have more troops to siege with. So I think that's the important thing. We're going to help this left flank here. I just want to get around to try and kind of... Oh, do I? No, I don't. I was going to jump over that wall, but that felt like a really unsafe idea. Deal with you. Because you look strong. Reinforcements arrived. I think we are fighting on two separate flanks at the moment, which is... no, we're not anymore. Tough siege. This is a long and a tough siege, and we're going to take some serious losses here. But if we can just consolidate our position... Where are they even coming from? Do they just spawn out in like the middle of nowhere? That's quite surprising. There's a bunch of archers here. They're nice easy kills, so let's get on with that. What on earth are all those guys doing back there? Don't know why. Maybe they're coming in from like the local villages. Oh, that's not safe. That's not safe at all. That's a lot of archers. That's a lot of scary archers. Charge, gents. The quicker we massacre them, the better, really. This is a castle, which is going to be a real pain to defend if we have to defend it ourselves. Just because if the troops spawn outside the castle, that's just horrendous on so many levels. Ow. Oh, we're in a bit of trouble here. Let's get the kind of more protected shield out. Someone's going by on a motorbike very loudly indeed. Well, it is also nearly 5 AM, so I guess they're... maybe it's an Uber Eats driver having a bit of fun. This is just massacre of the archers at this point. Most thing is the archers can be quite easily killed. Although reinforcement spawning is not very helpful, I must be honest. I want to deal with the Norse archers because they're actual, you know, useful troops for the enemy. King Lathan, I gave you a chance to be friends, and you didn't be friends. You weren't friends. You actively went to war with me, so now you have to die. Despite the fact I was one of your lords for a very long time indeed. Deal with you. I think we're winning this at this point, which is good. Oh, we've taken some knocks though. I think this is the last reinforcement waves for pretty much both our factions. We're going to have to make this work. Oh no, we get more reinforcements, thank goodness. I think this is their last reinforcement wave though. I don't know why they spawn out here instead of kind of spawning inside the castle. It's a bit of a weird castle to defend. We should also get the king of the Kingdom of Lathan as well. But really, I'd actually like to not make peace with them straight away. I'd like to keep pushing if I can. But I don't have my boats here, so I'm going to have to head back regardless to get my boats. And to assign this castle to someone. to ensure that they start putting troops inside. And we'll use this to kind of hopefully repair relations with some of our lower tier lords. Success! That is the first successful siege we've done against the Kingdom of Lathan, thank goodness. 43 morale as well. We definitely took some losses. And the king managed to escape. Excellent, because why wouldn't have he managed to do so? That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We've been able to sue for peace a lot easier had we managed to take him prisoner, but we can still make this work. Anyway, let's take the Norse companions. Well, actually, I think we can pretty much just take all these guys. I think we have enough space for the majority of them. No, we can take them all. That's okay. We'll take the landowner, the Pintish axeman, and the peasant woman can survive. We get hopefully some more battle trophies. I don't know if that's from the previous fight or this fight, but we'll take it nonetheless. We'll take as many of these helmets as we can. We'll need to get rid of some of these kind of crude tunics, which aren't that good in terms of price. Pick up all of you. That'll do. We've taken Dunbeatty. I'll give it to this guy. And just make him like us more. Let's just do that. There we go. That means he's going to hold both the land and the village here. So it means there's only really going to be one person up here, but it means that he can come up here and start putting some more troops inside Dunbeatty straight away. So we've kicked Kingdom of Lathan off here, but this guy is very isolated from the rest of us. Eventually we're going to need to go to war with the Kingdom of Alban to consolidate Scotland. Once we've consolidated Scotland, we should be in a lot better spot. If we go to war with Norway, we'll take out Duntaro, Dunfoyther here. But I'd really rather not go to war with Norway. They're a pretty tough faction. I'd like to go up to Bjarnori or to Orkney, but my ships are not here. They're all the way back down there. So we're going to have to go get our ships, and that's annoying. Now we don't have as many troops as we did before. So it might be that we need to let our troops, our guys kind of recover a bit. So we'll just run home, we'll get our ships in a better spot, we'll also sell any of these prisoners that we can. Dunbreton was never part of the Udaid before. Traffical's being besieged or raided, that's fine. Lord Don Chad is there. Who are you running from? Running from someone. Ah, the O'Neill are here. Interesting. I'm just going to run into Dunbury. No, I'm not, because I'm going to have to go save. What's his face? Oh, there's a couple of O'Neill here. Oh, that's a big O'Neill. So that's a big O'Neill. Although most of his troops aren't that strong. But let's head into Dunbreton. I want to just get rid of some of my stuff. Redeem some battle trophies as well. It looks like the UI has failed again. I think we might just have to constantly deal with this going forward. Maybe I need to fight my father-in-law again. That seemed to work last time. Okay, deal with you. Let us take some of that back. Some of these helmets are actually worth a pretty penny. Go to the weaponsmith. I can't believe we have a lame pony after like one engagement. That was my fault, not the horses. And we'll pick up any more food that we can. Vegetables, fruit, bread, etc. We'll take the dried meat as well. Go to the meat hall. Is there a prison broker here? There is. Oh, excellent. We'll take as much money as, however much money that he was going to give us, but we can't tell. I think it was about 4,000, maybe 3,000 pennies, all things considered. And I should actually get like multiple fleets and just park them around the whole of Scotland, but for the time being, oh, actually, I've just had a thought. If those guys are following me back, we need to be careful, because the O'Neill were definitely around. Oh yeah, here they are. Buddy, just run for the closest castle. It's fine. You don't need to follow me anymore. Just get to relative safety, that's okay. I'm going to get the boats and park them up near Scotland, so that we can hopefully do some good work. Hello there, Assel Gudrunson, who's definitely not coming to besiege Quilnam. Apparently Thorstein Olafsson wants to take him on, so I have to follow Thorstein, otherwise he's gonna die. And it should get us some good relation with him as well, actually. I just need to follow him right up until the moment he attacks. Dunderverty's been besieged by the O'Neill. That's annoying. Just stay in an engaged combat for long enough that I can actually get involved. Thank you. 338 versus 343. It's not by any means a done deal, but I can't leave this guy to his fate. We'll have to go deal with the O'Neill in a little bit. We know we can actually defend their sieges pretty well. That one, though, I'm not sure, because that's a weird castle to defend. Let's set up here. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy engagement. We will take some losses here, that's for sure. I'm so sorry. I've been sneezing for the last 6 weeks non-stop. It just seems to continuously happen at the moment. So infantry here, spearmen there. Our archers are already firing, which is good. Their bows aren't really strong enough to do significant damage, that's the problem that I find. Right. I want them to charge me, really, so I'm going to let my cavalry go and charge them. I think they will actually come after us anyway, but I'm going to send the cavalry in just as a token salvo to hopefully trick them into charging. At least that's the plan if they can get through. But I think when either one of them dies or one of us dies, they actually start charging in properly. Let's probably not let our horse get instantly killed. That'd be a bad idea. We'll throw some throwing weapons into the mass of soldiers there. Should we probably be better off targeting one of these guys out here on the flanks. All I need to do is kill one or two of them. Like you. That might be enough for them to charge in. But again, I always much prefer tactically for them to charge into me than me to charge into them. We need to run. That's not a safe position for us to be. I'm hoping they will come after us now. We've got a long old line here of troops. I think they are charging, which is good. We'll go after some of these kind of skirmishers here. Chop off your head, wonderful. Go after you. Let's probably not stay close to all the scary throwing weapons. Because throwing weapons have a tendency just to one-hit me in this game. It's not good. I don't know why the UI keeps failing, or the kind of the notifications keep failing, but they seem to be doing so all the time at the moment. But this game does have its issues, that's for sure. Oh, you know, I won't deny that. It's a great game. I love it. It's got my most hours on Steam by about 200 hours, but it does indeed have its faults. Everyone charge. Let's get this done with. I didn't really want to fight this fight. I would much rather go straight to Ehrlich, to the O'Neill of Ehrlich, and try and deal with them, but unfortunately we don't really have a choice. We need to keep our lords happy, and we can probably retake Dunderverty purely through diplomacy at some point. What would be cool is when you're kind of discussing this. I don't think the game really has this capability because it's quite an old game by this point. But it'd be cool if you could, when you're discussing peace terms, you could do like, well, I'm going to cede this castle to you. I know you can do that in kind of some other games, but just not in this one. Well, I think that would be a cool touch to actually have like conditions to the surrender. You know, certainly like Civ 6 you can do that. I think you can do that in... I don't know if you can do that in Crusader Kings. Total War, I think you might be able to do that, but I don't think the guys normally accept that as a part of the deal. We're doing pretty well here. This is a fight we'll win, and then we're going to have to bring this guy with us and pretty much run up to Dunaverty. I did see there was about 600 troops of Aelich, which is not ideal, but we did win a very... We won a fight against a superior number of Aelich before. Whether we can do so again is another question. We might not even be able to get there in time, that's the only thing. But I'd like to hold on, you know, we fought hard for that territory, I'd like to hold on to it if we possibly can. There goes the horse I think is probably just fallen dead. So we might need to get ourselves a new one. We're going off the archer line here, although a whole bunch of reinforcements just spawned in, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. I suppose this is like how it really would have been. You wouldn't have got notifications in real life, you just had to keep an eye open for enemy troops, but still. Let's actually go deal with that army over there. Let's build that throwing spear, throw it at someone, miss. Oh no, I think we might have actually killed that person. Obviously we're now pushing them, now we're quite heavily out of position in terms of our reinforcements. Do we have reinforcements coming in? Yes we do. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Pull back to the hill so we at least have some semblance of defence, because we're going to be outnumbered there, I think. We're probably... yeah, there's 104 of them. Let's wait till we're somewhat safe. We'll just wait for a few more troops. I mean, there's still some guys we can engage here, because they're still going to chase us, but at least we're not going to be fighting the main kind of bulk of their army until we get more reinforcements coming in. Because reinforcements take a while to even get close. That's the problem. So right now we're just going to fight a bit of a fighting retreat. A rear guard action, I suppose you could say. A rear guard until the main guard arrives. Let's not get stuck out of position if we can help it. We'll kill the priest. Everyone's here now, let's go. Everyone charge, we've got our reinforcements here. Or they're at least close enough now that we can kind of get back into combat. Ow. Good sir, I cease and desist. Oh, he's blowing his horn. How about that? Let's make sure you don't blow your horn anymore, because I think that helps with your morale. You chop your head off. It's crazy to me that, you know, back in these days, you would go to like, you go be a soldier in an army, and like, just like that, you know, with maybe even like one sword blow, or javelin or arrow, your life would be over. You wouldn't even see combat. You would see combat, but you'd never even like fight an actual fight. You just get attacked by an archer from 200 feet away and not even get involved in the fight. And you've lived to 40, and then suddenly you just, or like 23, and suddenly you just get no scoped from miles away, and then you never go back to your wife and kids. Okay, we're victorious. That should hopefully... You've shown yourself a worthy man today, whatever your misdeeds in the past. You actually like me, Assel Gudrunson, so you are free to go. Because I want the Kingdom of Lathan... Once I kill the Kingdom of Lathan, I'd like any of their troops to kind of come after me. Come to my lands afterwards. That's the plan, really. Berserker, Standard Bearer... Bodyguards, anyone of importance really. Ship captain will take... actually, we can take everyone. We have enough, just about enough space to take them all. Show the looters is common. That should be a few more war trophies and battle trophies for us. Yes, indeed. I don't know. I guess they spawn lower down because they're not worth as much, but they are still worth a good amount of money and experience. There we go. Where are... oh, we were going to get our ships, but I don't think we can do that at the moment. We need to get to Dunbatey. It's such a long way away. Do we go across country to get our ships? Because it would be quicker. We'd still be on the wrong side of the continent, that's the only thing. But I think we'll go get our ships and run up there, because I think we're faster on the sea anyway. Can I get you to come with me? You will. Okay, that's fine. But I'm not going to hang around for you. I don't think we have the time to do that. Okay, you're following me, that's good. Who are you, Huithril? Do you actually have any land? Oh, you're one of our... okay, well, you're welcome aboard, sir. But you have a lot of troops, my word. Huithril, you're coming with me. Because you have nearly 300 troops. I guess we'll probably get by land then, to be honest. Oh no, actually I'm going to get the ships because I want to be able to raid the Kingdom of Lathland as well. So we're going for our ships. Let's wait for everyone to catch up. And the UI is back. I don't know what's going on. The UI is just constantly going back and forth. Huithril, come with me. We're going to go on the open ocean. And Thorsten Olafsson can come with me as well. This should hopefully be enough to take out all of the Lathland remaining castles. 3 lords can embark with you, excellent. And we're going to run up here to try save Balbaty or Dunbatey. Whether we manage it is another question. Let's make sure everyone's caught up with us. Are they just going as one fleet? It looks like they're just going as one fleet, that's fine. That's Denmark, that's okay. We haven't done any ship combat in a while, but I guess there's been bigger priorities, to be honest. Donchad's been defeated, there's not much we can do about that. As is Bodo. Ooh, Dunbatey's no longer under siege, actually. So let's go straight to Brytenwalda. We're going to go take that one out. Although there's actually a large army of enemies there, we might need to go save it. But if we can, it'd be good to not have to go in there. Let's make sure they still follow us. Huithril, come follow me. Entifidak would follow me as well. I don't know where the other lord has got to. I think the last lord has got waylaid somewhere. If we wait here, how long is it going to take for the last lord to catch up? Too long. Let's land. I'm hoping we have enough troops here to do this. Let's make sure that they're following me. I have a new task for you, follow me. We'll probably give this to Huithril because he's actually coming and fighting with us, and we do need to make him like us some more, so you need to follow me as well. How many men are actually inside Brytenwalda? Oh, that's just the village, hang on. If we can actually take out the castle... oh, I don't know that at all. Could we do it? Yes. Do we want to? No. Back to the ships, everyone. Let's go to the Orkneys. We've lost Dunverty. Let's go take Dunverty back. Oh, we lost Quilnam. Oh, what did we lose? Oh, we lost Dunverty. Okay, let's go take Dunverty back. That's fine. Let's just make sure everyone's following us. We can probably just take that back via diplomacy. I wonder where the O'Neill got to be honest. I didn't know where they got to and why they hadn't gone after Dunbatey. It's because they were going after Dunverty. Two lords can embark with me, that's fine. We're going to go take Dunderverti back, because I don't want AH to get any stronger than they already are. So make sure they're still with us, and they still follow us. We'll probably give this to Huithril if we're allowed to be honest. Because I don't actually need a castle for myself at the moment, because that's not where we're going to make the majority of our money. You know, when we actually eventually take a town for ourselves, that will be a lot more important to get. But for the time being, I just need these guys to come with me to, as a show of force, to take Dunderverti back. Sure, I can have some camp followers, that's fine, it just gives me a few more numbers. 144, we can take that back easily. Surrender, thank you. We have the numbers to just force them out. We've got a bunch of prisoners we can take, excellent. And we will give this to Cuthbert. Was his name Cuthbert? I don't think his name was Cuthbert, but whoever the guy who begins with C is, who doesn't like us very much, we're going to give him this land, because he's a very strong lord. He's got a lot of troops. We don't want to anger him, really, if we can help it. We're pretty much going to take all these troops, regardless of their quality. So we can always just give them to someone. I want to give this to. Oh, we need to give Bodo and Don Chad some troops, to be honest. We're going to give this to Huithril, both of them to Huithril. We need to give Bodo some land next. Bodo and Don Chad. But there we go, we give Huithril some land. He is actually someone I'd like to keep on side because he's very strong. Huithril, can I get you to come with me? Yes, you will. And then I want to take whoever you are. I can't say your name. I'm just going to call you Bob to follow me as well. We're going to get back on our ships, and we're going to go to hopefully the Orkney Islands. What do you mean one lord? Okay, two lords will embark with me. I don't know where the other lord is, to be honest. We need to travel around the tip of Scotland to Orkney, where I'm hoping it's going to be less of a pain to deal with. Let's just make sure these guys stick with us. We need to make sure our ships don't struggle. Don Chad's been killed, unfortunately. Oh, the UI is back. I didn't even realise. The UI keeps on coming and leaving. It's just never going to settle. I have new tasks for you. Follow me. I just need to make sure they're still following me because we have a big old fight to do over in the Orkney Islands, and then we can give that to Don Chad and Bodo, respectively. UI is tired. I'm not tired actually. I'm actually doing okay, despite the fact it's 5 AM. It might have just kind of encountered a couple of problems along the way. Oh, that's me. I thought that was an enemy. I thought that was an enemy vessel. I have a new task for you. Follow me. I just want to make sure they don't run away, because sometimes they do. But if you say follow me, you get like I think a 24-hour period where they do just follow you. Where's the actual castle? Let's land by the castle. Let's make sure this actually makes sense. Let's land in this little bay if we can. If I land here, two lords will disembark with me. Excellent. How many troops inside Orkney? Oh, they're all here now. Interesting. This could prove more troublesome than I thought. I don't know if they keep on moving between the two. How many people does Lathland have? Olaf, Ivar, Assel, Orkan, and Einstein. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the faction leader. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them here. So actually, let's go back. We're going to go back over to Brytenwalda, because I think that's actually going to be the weaker one at the moment now. I don't think. Problem is, we're never going to be able to take kind of the final one. That's the only issue, because they'll all be bunched up there. We'll never be able to make any progress there. But if we can take one more of them, we can at least give it to Bodo and Don Chad, so they stop crying that they're not getting in land. At least that's the plan. Whether we're actually successful is a whole other question. But I think it should just be the king here now. Maybe one other lord, but he might be out on campaign somewhere. Actually, this is the point I'd quite like them to be raiding. It's not great, but it's better. Can we even take that on? So I've got 176. That's 178. So that puts us at 350. Puts us about 5. Hang on, 350. Puts us about 620. It's not that much more. We'll give it a go. I doubt they'll surrender. Yeah. Actually, I should have just. I need to abandon the siege temporarily because I need to make sure these guys stay with me. This is going to be by no means a done deal here, this siege. We're going to give it a go. We don't seem to have any of our other troops here, that's unfortunate, but we'll just have to deal with it. Can I hire some more troops? I can. Let me run to Brytenwalda quickly. Because I think I can recruit from my old village. 14 Norse bowmen, that's going to help. Any tasks I can do really quickly for you? No. There's no tasks I can do at the moment. That's a shame, but at least we've got another 14 archers there. Let's run back to Brytenwalda. If that one of those guys, oh, one of them's left as well. Excellent. Okay, this is the time to take this place. You follow me. You follow me. And we might even be able to take this by diplomacy as opposed to actual force, but we may not be able to manage it, especially as the king is here. He's not gonna surrender this place easily. We're gonna plan the siege. I want to build sanitation. In terms of assault, I want to build manlets. And then we'll build... we could starve them out, but I don't know if we get there in time. Winter is obviously not a very good time to siege, but we're doing it anyway. Dunaverty has been besieged by the Orneal Village. Do we leave and go try save Dunaverty? I think we stay here at Brytenwalda because I think we'll be able to take Dunaverty back because they won't put that many troops inside. We can just take it back with force if need be. But we're not always going to have a chance at Brytenwalda. Planning the siege. I don't know if we have enough people for checkpoints. We don't. Well, it says we don't have more than 250 men, but some people do. We can pillage, but that's going to probably not help our relations here, but that's okay. We have good enough relations with the local village that we can probably do some pillaging. We build the mantlets. Let us build the assault equipment. We are going to assault if we can. Oh god, hello. Hi there. Oh my goodness, no, why? 738. 28, we lose some morale. We need to get out of it. Run for the ships. Run for the ships, run for the ships, run for the ships. We are getting out of it. Can we save this guy? Not with Jarl Orkin in there as well. Or with Jarl Orkin we don't stand a chance. No, run. They're both going to be taken prisoner, that's unfortunate. Let's go try save Dunaverty. We left some troops behind, not ideal. The Kingdom of Lathan. Oh, they start a mutiny. Okay, that's fine. Just a spearman and a veteran, that's not too bad. 'Cause, 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 not too bad. 'Cause know the morale is low, but there's not much we can do about it. We just have to go. We need to run to Dunderverti to try to save that castle. We can always probably just retake it, but we'll have lost those two lords that were following us. That's unfortunate. Oh, I've got Wolfred, who's from East Angles, has come to join us. That's nice. Oh, there's a battle. Can I join it in time? Can I join it in time to matter? How many people are actually inside Dunderverti still? 70. That's not great. How many of these guys are just low level? They do have some veteran skirmishers. I think we're just going to do what we did last time. Just sit by the boats and then just take it back. Ah, that's annoying. He's been taken prisoner. Don Chad obviously wants land. We lost Dunderverti. We'll let them leave. Huithril is annoyed because Wolfred has left. Fine, whatever. I don't think we actually ever got Wolfred on side, to be honest. 88, we can just take that back as soon as the O'Neill leave. No, the O'Neill is still here. As soon as they get on the ships, we can get... Please leave. I want to take Dunderverti back for myself. Is he just going to stay out by Dunderverti now? It looks like he might do. Moralov's low again. Don't know who's mutinying now, but someone. Who's? Oh, no one was having a mutiny. That was weird. Let's land here, or at least somewhere. I want to take Dunderverti back. We're gonna besiege, and I'm hoping to get them to surrender. There we go. We'll take the prisoners. Morale is pretty abysmal, all things considered. And who can we give this to who actually needs land at the moment? Ethelred's relation with us is already not great. Huithril is fine for now. I'll give it to Bodo. It's not gonna. Everyone else is not gonna like that because Bodo is not a noble. We're gonna give it to we'll give it to Bodo for now, and then we'll change that around at a later stage. He's just gonna siege this place straight away, so we'll probably just stay there and wait for him to siege. Although actually, weirdly, we could just let him take it back and then give it to Don Chad. Let him take it back and then give it back to another lord we actually want to, and that would help solve the relation issue that we have with a lot of our lords. But we'll have to see. I think, however, we will leave it there for the time being. Thank you so much for watching. Whiskers, Cucumbers, anyone else who's dropped by, and of course if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much as well. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.